girls, Emma from Kaia FIT OC here. We're going to be talking about Spring into Action Week 5 for our workout. So we are going to start out with our warm-up with a big ball, and you're going to get everybody into a line, and you're going to have them stand about, 6 feet away from a wall. I like to do this outside on our building. So you're going to toss the ball up, and then the next person comes, is in line and catching the ball, and then you'll pass it off. So as soon as you hit the ball up into the wall, you're going to run back to the end of the line. The next girl will pick it up. Try not to let the ball hit the floor. If it hits the floor, have everybody do an exercise in their team. So maybe they have to do like 5, partner squat, jump high fives or something like that. You're going to play that with 2 or 3 lines of people, so however many balls you have at your gym. And then once you are done doing those, keep everyone in the line, continuing to move, either jumping jacks or bun kickers or something. Then once they're done with that, the same lines of girls are going to head out and go into a slalom run. So you'll have your person who is in the back is going to be weaving in and out of the people in front of her. So make sure that everybody is running at a very slow pace so that you aren't having to sprint as fast as you possibly can to get to the front of the line. So our workout today is all about abduction and adduction, and if it's really important to educate our girls and have body awareness. And so I do think, maybe writing any of this stuff out on some little boards might be helpful. And so we're going to start with our abduction exercises today. So writing out, nice and big so that your girls can possibly see that would be nice for them. And it's just using any muscle that we use to pull away from our midline. So when we pull out our limbs anywhere away from us, that is our abduction. Ab meaning to pull away from, and ducer meaning to draw or lead in, so it means to draw away from. So our first exercise, everything's going to be for 30 seconds on, a 30-second pulse, and 30-second on again. So for our first one, you're side lying, and you're going to have, it's all going to be group led here, and you're going to be doing clams. So both legs are bent, and you're lifting up that right leg. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds, and then I would lift the foot and leg up, and you're going to pulse here for 30 seconds, and then you're going to go right back into those clams again for 30 seconds. Then we're going to go into our toe tap front and back heel. So you're going to tap front with the toe, and then back with the heel, with the front, with the back, 30 seconds of those. And then for your pulse, I'm going to pulse with my toe for 15 seconds, pointing down to the floor, and then pulse with my heel 15 seconds. Then we're going to go right side leg lifts, 30-second lift, 30-second pulse as high up towards the ceiling as you can, and then back into our leg lifts. Then you're going to switch over to your left side and repeat all of those. And we're going to go into our hands on the wall exercises. So you're going to have hands on the wall. You're going to bring your knee up so that your leg is at 90 degrees, and we're going to bringing our leg away from the body. So we're doing circles here. Then we're going to go into leg lifts, and we're going to lift that leg straight back behind us, and you're going to pulse for your 30 seconds and then lift for 30 seconds. And same with your knee circles, you're going to go for 30 seconds one direction, you're going to pulse out to the side for 30 seconds, and then you're going to go into the opposite direction. Okay, and then our right side 45-degree leg lifts, so you're lifting out 45 degrees, and you've got an internal rotation, so your toe is pointed in towards the midline of the body, and you're pulsing out to the side, okay? Then we're going to repeat over onto the left side. Then we're going to go into our lying on our back in our supine position, windmills. So again, arms are out to our sides, and we're going away from the midline of our body. So we're dropping that leg out to the side, and then bringing it back up to center, okay? And then you'll do 30 seconds on the other side. And again, for our pulse, you're going to go out to that extreme away from the body and pulse there for 30 seconds. And we're gonna go into 25 reps of our, you can do this as group led and everybody count together, or you can have them all go at their own pace and have it really written out really large on a board. So you're gonna do your lateral bounds from one side to the other, make them nice and big. You've got 25 of those, 2 equals 1. Then you're gonna go into your plank froggers. So you're in your plank, you frog those feet up. You can drop your bum down to the ground, but just make sure that they are not bouncing on their knees. Okay, so don't bounce on those knees and then lift that bum back up. So you wanna either step or hop out. When you come up, plant your feet, then you can drop your bum down for that nice stretch in the squat, in the frog position. Laterally jump over a handbag or a cone, go down into your burpee, lateral hop over your cone. You guys can't even see that. So you got your cone, you're doing your burpee, and then hop over to the other side into your burpee. Make sure they finish at the top. Then you're gonna go into your mountain climbers. So bringing that foot on the outside of your hand if you can. Make sure that they're planting their feet on the outside. If they're not planting, if they can't do that, maybe see how far up they can bring that foot, or they can tap to the center. But I do like to work on that flexibility, hip flexibility, and bring it out on the outside. Then we've got 25 side shuffle touchdowns, side shuffle, touchdown. Those are 1 equals 1, so every time that you touch down, it's 1. Then you've got 25 push-ups, balance, strength, or Kaia. You've got 1, 2, stick, so 1, 2, stick, 1, 2, stick, 1, 2, stick, and they're counting to 25 of those. We've got crunches, and then standing mountain climbers. So fingers behind your ears, reaching your chest up towards the ceiling, and then we've got our standing mountain climbers, opposite arm, opposite leg, reach, 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 okay? 2 equals 1 on those. If you have them doing it on their own, they can head outside for a 200-meter run and start back over again if you still have people working through it. If not, if you're counting with them, everybody should be finishing at the same time. Okay, so then we're gonna go into our adduction exercises. And our adductors, we're going to lie on our side, okay? Same concept as before. This time, we're gonna have one knee bent in front of the other knee. Then you're gonna take your foot and lift up. So these are our right iliotibial tract lifts, okay? Our IT bands. So then you're gonna do those now with an internal rotation, so toe pointing up towards the sky and towards the center of the midline of the body, and you're gonna lift, okay? And again, we're doing 30 seconds on, and then we'll pulse for 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds again. So this is a minute and a half of just these exercises. Then you're gonna go into your external rotation, so toe pointing down towards the floor, lifting, and then pulsing at the top, and then lifting again. Where our glutes and our IT bands are really going to be burning after this, so make sure that all your stretching has to do with glute stretches and IT stretches. Then we're going to go into our hands on the wall, and so make sure you get that left side. Then we're hands on the wall. We're going to do our right leg cross over and back, cross over and back. Okay, and then so what I want you to make sure that you're doing is that they're really controlled as you cross across the body. If they are not, then I want you to go ahead and band it up to make it a little bit more difficult. So if you have some bands, you can lift that foot up, and I would say you probably can go just barely over across. And then you're going to do the same thing, but with external rotation. So you're going to point your toe away, and then you're going to bring that foot across the body. Same thing with the left side. So you've got your crossover, and then you've got your crossover with the external rotation, so toe pointed out away from the body to the left. Then we're lying on our back for our windshield viper. So our windshield viper now, you're gonna take your right leg up to the sky, arms out to the side at airplane arms. You're gonna drop that leg across the body, trying to keep both shoulders flat on the floor, bring it back up, down to the ground, and then reset. So you're gonna stay with 30 seconds on that right side, and then you've got your 30-second pulse, and I would take it across the body and pulse there. Not all the way down to the ground, just so that we can keep our abs really engaged and our core tight, okay? Then we're gonna go into you're gonna hold a ball or a yoga block between your legs, between your knees, and do your hip raises. And then our last exercises are going to be in tabletop or prone position. And we're gonna go ahead and take our right leg out to our fire hydrants. You're gonna hold and pulse, and then fire hydrants again. Then we've got knee circles, big huge circles, and then your pulse. So you can pulse out to the side again. And then left side fire hydrant straight out, and then you've got your pulse, and then your knee circles, and your pulse, and your knee circles. All right, so that is a ton of adductor and abduction exercises, so make sure that you are stretching the inside of those thighs, the outside of the legs, and those glutes. Have a wonderful workout. Bye, girls.